Okay, thank you everyone for joining us this evening. This is our second Chinwag. We did our first one back in January and it was really successful. I think it's a really nice way for you guys to hear kind of what other people have been up to rather than me just saying, oh, there's someone on this team doing something. And it can be really good for knowledge sharing. So we've got 5 really incredible people to speak to you this evening who have all been doing very varied fundraising as well. So we will kick off straight away and I will hand over to Nessa, who I think you should be unmuted.
Yeah.
Lovely. Okay, so if you want to screen share or anything, go ahead.
Hi. So yeah, my name's Nessa, and I started fundraising at the beginning of this year, really. So my method is I've been having people kind of set me mini challenges, and when I complete those challenges, they then donate to my page. These challenges can be anything really. I've had a few funny little ones, which I'm still yet to do a couple of them, like syncing songs. I've got to learn a song on a ukulele, which I can't sing. I can't play the ukulele. I've had to draw my boyfriend as an anime character. I can't draw for it to save my life or anything. But the most popular one that I've had is when I do one of my 5K runs. People set me challenges of like silly things to wear or costumes or whatever. And it's actually been really funny and really popular. I ran around Victoria Park this morning dressed as a banana and things like that. It's really, yeah, it's good. So I started it because when I was trying to think of a way to do any kind of fundraising. Obviously, it's really hard at the moment with, you know, not being able to get out and about and socialize and sort of create, I don't know, quiz nights and things like that. I spoke to Harriet and Harriet gave me a few ideas, and then this is one that kind of came up, and it's just been the one that I've sort of stuck with. I've been using TikTok as a way of making the videos. It's just a really easy, simple format to kind of put the videos together, and it also makes you keep them nice and short and sweet. So that when they go on to any other social media, they're just, you know, people don't get bored by the end of the video kind of thing. And that's pretty much the only way that I've been promoting it is through social media. I did put together like a tiny little, hang on one second, let's see if I can get it up. I put together just like a quick, oh, I don't know if I'm able to do it. Hang on. Oh, it's not letting me do it. Anyway, if you want, you can find links to any of my social media pages anyway, and you can see the sort of videos that I've been posting up. Harriet just said that she's been really enjoying every week of getting a new video of me in some kind of stupid costume, making myself look like an idiot running around a park in London. So yeah, that's pretty much me, to be honest. I don't know if anyone wanted to ask me anything about it.
No, it is amazing. Like, if anyone does want a laugh, like, go and follow Nessa's pages because they are brilliant. I was gonna say I can get the link to your Facebook group now, just if anyone does want to have a look. But yeah, like you said, we kind of, when we were talking about fundraising, we were trying to come up with ideas that would work, and I think this kind of challenge me kind of thing is a really nice way to get your donors involved as well, because like you say, like I saw the video of you drawing your partner as an anime character, and it's a really nice way because I know that he challenged you to do that. So obviously I thought it was a brilliant drawing. Like, it's definitely anything better than I could have done, but it's quite a nice way, I guess, as well, to maybe, I guess, learn a skill, if that's the right way to work. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know if you had on your list of things to do in this lockdown, learn a song on a ukulele, but it's on there now, isn't it? But
yeah.
In terms of, I guess, promoting it and getting people to actually set you challenges, how have you gone about that? Have you asked people specifically or just put it out there?
Well, so I put it out there to begin with, and then essentially I kind of went up to my closest friends and family, people that I knew that would be up for donating anyway, and just said to them, like, look, I just really need you to set me some kind of challenge. I don't really care what it is. And you don't even have, like, they don't even have to make it public that they're setting that challenge. Just tell me something to do and then I can just do it. And that's essentially how it started off. And yeah, I think it was my mum that actually came up with the idea. She initially said, because I was running anyway, she said, every time you do a 5K wearing something inappropriate, I'll give you like 20 quid or something like that. And people have just caught on to that. And honestly, it's the highlight of my week every time as well. And it's just a lot of fun, and a really simple way to do it, and also a way to just keep the energy levels up with going for runs every week as well, because obviously at the moment it's quite difficult doing that.
No, it's a good balance of getting a bit of training in as well. I guess if you're doing it dressed in some crazy outfit, that makes it a little bit more fun. But it is great if, like I say, if anyone does want to kind of see what Nessa is doing, if you feel free to post your link in the group chat as well. But there are some really great ideas, even if you didn't want to do it on the same scale. And this is a really cool sort of innovative fundraiser that kind of anyone can do in whatever capacity they feel comfortable with, which is great. But as well, if anyone does have any questions throughout this, you can post them in the group chat, and then the respective person you're asking can get back to you. That's great. All right, then we will move on then to our next speaker. So we're going to go to Hannah, who is a baking queen over the Valentine's weekend. So do you want to take it away, Hannah?
Yeah, so hi, I'm Hannah. I started fundraising in October 2019. So I was meant to climb Kilimanjaro last year, but it just didn't happen. So I sold like brownies over kind of the Valentine's kind of week and weekend in my area, which is like full of students. Very little planning actually went into it because I'm like an overthinker. So if I thought too much about it, I'd talk myself out of it. And it was actually my housemate's idea, so I can't get all the credit. And like I really wanted to take advantage of kind of it being Valentine's Day, and kind of students, like, they love baked goods and donating to charity as well. So I used kind of Canva to create kind of a virtual leaflet and posted it absolutely everywhere. So on Facebook, Instagram and Snapchat, but mostly kind of the main uni page, which is where most of the orders came from. And I probably posted about it way too much. But every time I did post about it, I got like more and more orders. So like I definitely annoyed people, but it worked. And I also had like some deals. So I did like five brownies for £4, or like a tray of 20 for £15. So I baked kind of every day for about 6 days, with like, I had like orders to deliver like throughout the week. And I had to go to Aldi and Sainsbury's several times, and definitely hogged the kitchen. And like the maths, don't get me started on the maths. But yeah, my biggest delivery day was definitely Valentine's Day. So I was out traipsing the streets for about 3 to 4 hours, just delivering all these brownies on my own in the rain. And I wrapped kind of each individual order in like brown paper with like a little postcard on it as well, just saying like thank you, just to make it like a bit more personal, which was nice. I think I definitely could have done it better. So I think if I'd have had like a team of people rather than just me, I think that would have been easier on me, and like I just got very, very stressed. But I would say definitely make use of kind of small holidays, and like, so like Easter's coming up, so I might do something for Easter. But I think also don't let lockdown stop you, because I did, and like I had like loads of big events planned for last year, but they couldn't happen. So I'm like so surprised with how well this went. And I might be doing it again, but I'm not sure, because it was quite stressful. But yeah.
Like that, you can do it again when you've got like a team of employees, delivery people and stuff. No, this worked so amazingly, and when you messaged me to say how well it had gone, I was so chuffed for you, because like you said, you've been fundraising for a long time now, and you've been trying quite a lot of different things. But I think it was over £300 you made on this.
Yeah, I made about £317.
That's incredible. I know it was probably a very stressful weekend, but I guess that's one good thing with lockdown, is we haven't got anywhere else to be. But I saw as well, did you manage to get the actual, like, promote it was it on another website? Did someone do like a roundup and advise about buying the brownies from you? Is that right?
I think I got like someone promoted it, so she had like a shop or something on Instagram, and she bought like a big tray from me and then was like, do you mind if I promote it on my Instagram to like all the people who buy from her shop? I was like, yeah, go for it. So that was really nice as well. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it is good. I think that kind of word of mouth definitely works well. Like I know you said, I did see like the things that you were posting and stuff, but I think like once you kind of get a few orders in and the word is spread, that's really good. In terms of like delivery as well, because I've been speaking to quite a few people who kind of had things like bake sales and stuff on the cards, obviously thinking that by this point you'd be able to hold those in person. In terms of like the delivery and stuff like that, because one of the concerns is about like doing safe deliveries, was that something that you had any problems with, or was it just a case of kind of like doorstep deliveries and backing off?
Yeah, it was literally just like try to stay as far away from them as possible. No one like had like, I don't think there were very many concerns from people who bought the brownies from me. But yeah, like yeah, it was a tough one to try and negotiate, but I think it ended up being okay. So I'd like put them down on the doorstep and then step back and stuff. So yeah,
I think it's just a case of using like your common sense and being safe. So no, it's really, really great to see that it went so well. I think as well, like the offering that you had of like selling individual brownies, but then like multiples as well. I think when people look at they're actually going to be ordering, chances are they'll probably go for a few more anyway. But that's really great. I know you said about like the maths and stuff like that. Did you sort of take out the cost for things like ingredients and stuff as well?
I didn't, just because Aldi's quite cheap. I think it was mainly the stuff for like food intolerances. So I had to get like dairy-free and gluten-free chocolate and stuff.
Yeah.
From like at the big Sainsbury's, which was a bit more expensive. But I kind of felt bad if I did take like my everything that I earned from doing the brownies, if I paid myself back, because I was fine with just paying for it myself. So yeah.
Oh, so generous. Well, thank you very much, Mas, for including it, and obviously that gets you close to your target as well. Just if anyone else is thinking of doing this, like I've been asked before about like doing stuff like this, and can you take like your money back for ingredients and stuff, and like yeah, you can if you obviously want to donate it. That's super generous, but please do remember like expenses and stuff like that. Please do feel free to take that out if you need to. But thank you very much, Hannah. I'm so glad it went well for you.
Thank you.
It was amazing to see like it going over the week and weekend as well. So congratulations, and thank you for that kind of overview. Again, if anyone has any questions, put them in the group chat. Okay, third up then, I'm going to hand over to Hannah and Molly, who are currently running their Prints for Clean Water page. So I'll leave it to you guys to take over.
Hey, good evening, everyone. I'm going to share my screen because we just put a little something together.
Amazing, thank you.
So we started selling personalised prints about a month ago, and in our first month we made £150 profit. So we both do design degrees and we're friends from school. So we have access to like programs and iPads and graphic pads to create the drawings. Can you change the thanks? So we charge £10 to £16 and then £3 to get it printed and posted. And we have 3 basic styles that we offer because we found this is the easiest way to promote it, and then people can pick the style they like best, and the price differs on what style they choose and how many people there are and stuff like that. And this is an example of some prints we've done. So most of the ones we've done recently have been for Valentine's Day. So we've just posted about it, and then people have like shared it and told their friends, and then their friends come to us and buy them. It actually started with one of our friends was watching TikToks of people making personalised prints, and she asked us, do you think you can do this for us? So we did one, and then we were like, oh, we could use this to fundraise and make money.
So with regards to printing, if anyone's thinking about making personalised prints or anything, if you're still at university, I would take advantage of the university facilities. So when we get our, if people want them printed and posted to them, it's really simple for me to take my memory stick and go to the print services and get something printed quite cheaply, especially if you're only printing like a one-off bespoke print like this. That can be quite hard to do if you're ordering online. Usually they want you to order in bulk. So this was a great service, and we could get it printed on the same day. Another thing that we found was quite effective is creating little thank you notes, and on this you can put your social media. You can also put a little bit about your money will make a lot of difference to the charity, and that lets people be a little more inclined to maybe take a picture of it and share it on their social media as well. Another thing that, as with I think we're probably on maybe 13 commissions at the moment, we've come to find out the best ways of posting things most cost efficiently. I think at the start we didn't want to pay for like a bulk batch of envelopes from the offset, so we were buying individual envelopes, but then as we started to make more money from this, we were able to invest in buying, say, 25 A4 envelopes at once, and this saves you a lot of money as well. And then with regards to building a following, some of the things that we've learned is just to follow as many people as possible. I think the easiest way to do this is to follow other small businesses that sell similar products, and then you can go through their followers and follow everyone that they're following, and then it helps to create quite a nice community of small businesses that are willing to support each other, give each other shout outs, and also might be interested in buying a print as well. You get your friends and family to like, share and comment. They're quite happy to do that, and this is a great way to access people of different generations to you, especially if your mum shares it to your mum's friends and that sort of thing. We've also been advertising in community groups and virtual marketplaces. So we joined a Facebook group called the Online Market for London Boroughs and Kent, because that's where we're from, and they gave us a stall and we're able to advertise on there to people looking to buy presents. And then we also joined some community groups as well. So what we found, like local groups, very effective to advertise in, and we're in one called Gals Who Graduate, and people on there are always asking, I'm looking to buy from somewhere small, what can I get my boyfriend on Valentine's Day, what can I get my mum for Mother's Day? And this is just a great way to comment, and people that haven't made the post will then see your work and maybe be interested. So some of our future plans, now that we have built a following and continuing to grow our followers, is perhaps maybe a 100 square raffle. And what's great if you're offering a product or a service is that you can use this as a prize, and it saves you from finding a prize or buying one yourself. And also, as you start to connect with more small businesses, if you put something out saying, is anyone willing to donate a prize to the raffle, we'll obviously share your account on our social media. People are often really happy to do that. Another thing that we've just started to do as we're planning our first raffle is email big companies, explaining the fundraising efforts that we're currently doing, giving links to our social media as well, and asking if they'd like to donate a raffle prize. And so far we've had success with these companies. So Buy a Gift donated a bungee jump, Champneys donated a hamper of products, Next have also donated a few odd products, and then L'Oreal, we've just got confirmation that they're going to send something. So we thought this would be quite handy, because it's quite hard to know which companies will respond, or which companies invest in charities and that sort of thing. So yeah, so that's where we're at so far.
Amazing, thank you so much for that. That was a very great overview, and definitely as well for the companies that have donated to you as well. I'm very excited that you've got a bungee jump donated. That's so cool. But yeah, the reason that I kind of asked Hannah and Molly to come along and talk about what they're doing is because this is such a great example of using a skill that you have and really like developing it into a fundraiser. It's been great to see it kind of grow over the past month or so. And obviously you mentioned about your Instagram page and building it from there, but I think it's nice that you offer that versatility as well, of like either having the digital copy or getting a printed version. So I guess it is quite a nice way for people to choose what they want, depending on what the purpose is for. But in terms of, I know you said about like getting started and joining community groups and things like that, with like the posts and stuff that you do in community groups, is it just sort of kind of, I don't know, offering up your products, or do you do it from like the fact that you're climbing Kili? What has worked for you best?
So I think it depends on what sort of group it is. If it's one in your local area from home, I think it's best to start off by saying, hi, we're local, we're from Bexley Heath, so hi, we're local Bexley Heath girls, we're going to be climbing Kilimanjaro to raise money for an amazing charity, and then go into the this is what we're offering kind of thing. Whereas if it's more of a general group like that Girls Who Graduate one, I think there's like 30,000 people in that one. It's much easier to, because there's posts every day of people looking for certain presents, it's much easier just to comment on those ones. Mm-hmm. But with regards to the virtual marketplaces, I think the key thing is to just put as much information as you can, but in short amounts to keep people interested. So just bullet pointing what you offer kind of thing, but they're not usually too interested in the Kilimanjaro part in the marketplaces.
Yeah, no, it's great to hear you kind of explain it like that. Just from my perspective, it's when I'm talking to people about how to reach beyond their networks, it's often a question that comes up. So it's really nice to hear that kind of being in those community groups and marketplaces and things are working for you. Because I think some people might be, not nervous to get into those, but I guess if you've not done it before, it's a bit of a weird environment to enter, I guess. But it's really nice to hear that it's been working for you. I also really liked the personal touch of having those like thank you order cards as well. I think that's really nice, and they obviously keep in theme with what you're doing as well, so that's great. Feel free to pop the link to your Instagram page in the chat. I'll also pop it on like the actual video as well, so people can have a look. But they're beautiful prints and stuff that you do, so I'm so glad that it's kind of taken off, and after your first month you kind of have some, I guess, some points that you've learned from with regards to postage and stuff like that. So congratulations on the last month, and I look forward to seeing it grow even further. But yeah, if anyone has any questions, feel free to pop them in the chat, and Molly and Hannah can answer those for you. But we will move on to Jemima now, who last but not least is going to cover a fundraiser that's just before Christmas. So I will hand over to you now.
Yeah, hi guys. I don't have anything to share. There's just a lot of photos of me sweating on a bike, which I'm sure you don't want to see. So yeah, basically I decided that for my fundraising, well, one of the things I wanted to do was just do a big challenge that would push myself. So I decided to do a 24-hour bike ride, like on a static bike in my living room. I'm quite a sporty person generally, so I wanted to sort of do something that when people so like my family and friends would know that it's not an easy thing. Like, I think it sort of helps if it's a big challenge for you. It sort of encourages people to donate, and sort of they're more impressed. I don't know, yeah. But in terms of planning for the fundraising, I just tried to spread the word as much as I could. So I got in touch with family and friends initially just to sort of let them know what I was planning. And tell them about the whole challenge, like going to Kilimanjaro, and about the charity and everything. And then I also shared information on Facebook and Instagram, just on my personal page, and then lots of people shared that. And then I also had the link for my fundraising page on like the bit in my bio on Instagram. And then yeah, the planning of the actual ride was less good. I kind of just randomly picked a date because I didn't have much time. Like, I wanted to do it before Christmas, but I also had sort of placement and uni stuff going on. So I was like, right, I should probably do it next week, otherwise I'll have to wait till the new year. So that was all quite last minute, but then it just meant that I was sort of every day leading up to it, I was just like, oh, 2 more days, 1 more day, that kind of thing, just to sort of spread the word even more. And I'd say I got the most like amount of fundraising done on the actual day, I think, because different people were messaging me, like asking how it was going and all this kind of stuff. And I think a lot of people sponsored me to sort of keep me going while I was actually doing the ride. So that it was actually really helpful, because it was great seeing people sort of message me, and it did sort of motivate me, because I started at sort of 5 p.m. And my housemates were all on board with it, and they were super helpful. Honestly, don't think I could have done it without them, because they were constantly bringing me water, bringing me snacks, keeping me going, that kind of thing. But yeah, the messages that were coming in with the sponsorship was great, because it just meant that when my housemates weren't there sort of in the middle of the night and I was sort of hitting the wall, it just kept me going, and yeah, encouraged me to finish it. And once I got to the morning again, it was kind of tiredness had gone past me, and I was just just kept going. But yeah, having that support of my housemates also made it much easier. So if you are thinking of doing something like this, like I think some people have been doing sort of like a marathon in a day, like running a mile each hour, that kind of thing, over 24 hours. Because I was thinking about doing that as well. Just make sure you've got the support, because doing it alone would not be fun. And yeah, what was I going to say? Yeah, the other advice I would give would just be to do something you enjoy. I mean, it sounds like from the rest of you guys, like you're all doing stuff you enjoy. But yeah, like I love cycling, maybe not for 24 hours, but it certainly would have been impossible if I was doing something that I hated, if you know what I mean. Like it's, pick something that you enjoy doing and something that will also challenge yourself. I love the idea of the small challenges, like getting other people to challenge you. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say. So it's quite short.
No, that's absolutely fine. That's great. Thank you for the overview. Yeah, it's picking up on that point you made there, picking something that you enjoy, like the others have kind of spoken about. If you do enjoy doing something, albeit Hannah might not enjoy baking now, but like if you do have something that you can enjoy and get on board with and kind of run with it really does help, because it kind of takes away that added like nagging feeling that you don't really want to be doing it, but also having that element that, especially with I guess like the physical challenges, having that element that you are doing something that's pushing yourself to the extreme, and people really will get on board with it. Like there's something weird about supporters and donors, that they like to see you put yourself in very uncomfortable situations, albeit cycling for 24 hours or running through a park dressed as a banana. There's all sorts really, but it was great to see it go so well. And obviously, like you say, actually you do the build up to the event, but then on the day you do see those donations coming in a lot more. So it was really great to see. And I think you also had donations kind of coming in afterwards as well, like the day of the event, which was great. But so I guess a question I have from my personal point of view is, do you think I know you touched there on kind of events going forward, do you think it's something that you would do again and maybe add another element into it, or do you think you're going to move away to something else now?
I don't think I would do it again, just because I knew it was going to hurt in terms of like my muscles literally being tired, but it was more just sitting on the saddle for that long. Like I had ice packs and pillows, like it was just extremely painful. So in that sense, no, I wouldn't do the actual cycle. But I would do, I'm trying to plan something else that's possibly physical, but maybe not cycling.
No, that was for 24 hours. No, how long did it take you to recover from the challenge? Well,
to be honest, it was when I kind of messed up. I should have probably started earlier, because I started at 5 p.m, so I hadn't slept. I woke up that day at sort of 7 a.m, so I hadn't slept all day, and then I was like, oh my god, I've got to stay awake for another 24 hours. So by the time I finished, I'd been awake for almost like 40 hours, climbed into bed, had a bath, climbed into bed, and I don't think I woke up for a good like 12-14 hours. And yeah, the next day was sort of, my legs were just very stiff. But I mean, I went on a run the day after and I was actually fine. Like it didn't last too long.
That is madness. Like
it was more just like my bum cheeks was just in agony.
Yeah, I mean, I only do like 20 minutes a day on my bike, and I'm like, that is enough for me.
Oh yeah, ever since then though, I sit on the bike and I'm like, okay, an hour, that's it, I'm getting off.
I love that you've got like trauma from the fundraising. But yeah, thank you for coming along and talking about it. It's great. It was such a like nice event to see, like with the build up and then actually on the day and having kind of updates and stuff through social media. So congratulations for it. I don't blame you for not doing it again. But that's great. Thank you for going into that. Again, if anyone does have any questions, feel free just to pop them over. But a point moving forward, I think you guys covered all of your events so well. So I just wanted to quickly take a minute to introduce kind of like a next fundraiser, kind of as a next step. Obviously, run with any of the ideas that the speakers have said tonight, but we do have a new virtual challenge launching on the first week of March. So I will try and share my screen now and show myself up with very poor technology skills. Let's see if we can get this to work. Okay, can everyone see that? Yeah, good. So you may have seen on your emails or on social media, we have got a brand new virtual challenge launching on the 5th of March, running through till the 4th of April. So this is going to be a 100-kilometer tour around Kenya. So it will take you around the area that we work in, so in Bomet County. And as you kind of walk or run around the distance, as you hit milestones, you will unlock kind of information about that area, which will come over in the form of an email and tell you a little bit about how far your fundraising is going in that region. So just a few points on why to get involved. I won't go too much into this, but I'm more than happy to chat to people over the phone if they want to talk about it in a bit more detail. But this can be used as an opportunity, especially for our Kilimanjaro climbers, to get some training in for Kili, and also to raise money towards your fundraising targets. So as I mentioned, as you reach milestones, you'll be able to learn about the communities that you are supporting. So how you can do this is, there's two different ways. So you can ask friends and family to join your team. So you can be like the team leader. You can race against them, and any money that they raise can also go towards your fundraising target. So you can almost create like a sub team. Or you can sign up with other members from your actual climb team, and you can compete against one another and secure donations on your own. So in order to do this, you can just register your interest on our website at the moment. So it's just digdeep.org.uk/kilometers to Kenya. There's just a very short form on there and some more information about how you can get involved. And then on the 5th of March, we will send out another email because the registrations will be open. It's only £6 to enter, and that just goes to paying the platform fees. So you'll be set up with a fundraising page that has a map on. You can connect your Strava account to it, upload your runs or walks onto there, and then that will move your little person around your map. So there's like you can get involved in any capacity that you want, be it setting up your own team or joining a team, but it should be really fun and a really, really nice way for you to A, get your friends and family involved, B, do a bit of fundraising, and C, get some training in as well. And that will take us through March to early April. But I will post the link to this as well in the video description. But I think that covers everything that I wanted to go through this evening. I realise we're getting close towards the end of the session, but just want to say a really quick thank you again to Nessa, Hannah, Molly, and Jemima for coming along and talking about your events that you've been doing. I'm so chuffed to see that they're all working out for you, because you're all working so hard, and it's obviously really nice that given the current situation you're all still powering through, and it's been really successful. Thank you to the others that have joined us this evening as well, and I will leave you to get on with the rest of your evenings. But if anyone does have any questions or anything about what we've spoken about, pass them on to me either through email or Facebook, and I can always pass them on to our speakers as well, and they can get back to you with their advice. But I will leave you all to the rest of your evenings for now. So thank you for coming.
Thank you.
See you later.
Thank you.